Hey, what's up, everybody? It is Sunday, July 30th, 2023, and welcome to a brand new episode of the Now Mind You podcast. This is episode 79, manga, and there will be some spoilers ahead. I'm TJ.
I'm Matt.
I'm Bryce.
You got the three of us in full effect. Everybody's here, so it's about to go down. Now, as far as announcements are concerned, the one announcement I have is this. If you notice some interruptions with your boy, like if I'm dipping in and out, it's because I'm in the process of moving and I have the internet tech here to kind of set up internet at this new spot. So if it disrupts the podcast, I apologize in advance, y'all. Thank you for your patience. Other than that, we have a little bit of a smaller docket for y'all this week. We have Hajime no Ippo, Sakamoto Days, Chainsaw Man, and Jujutsu Kaisen. Honestly, it's kind of typical. We usually get about like 4 or 5 titles a week, give or take, right? Some weeks when we have Super, it gets gigantic. And if Super and Kaiju fall on the same week, we usually have a longer manga episode. But with that being said, we also have our topic of the week this week, which is what, fellas?
Go ahead, Bryce.
The pretty nigga Mount Rushmore.
Wow. Hilarious.
Let me give some love to the pretty niggas.
There you go.
With that, Matt, take us into Hajime no Ippo, please.
Whoa, pause. Take us into Hajime no Ippo. That's tough.
That's literally the way I introduce the topic damn near every episode, but go on.
Wow, the way you introduced the topic. Wow. We got Hajime no Ippo chapter 1429. Shall we go to the ocean? We pick up with Ippo and Kumi still are at the beach talking, and I always find Ippo having any interaction with Kumi pretty much with the audience being his his little trainees or whatever that are deathly afraid of Kumi. Like seeing their commentary while he talks to her is always hilarious, at least to me. So we get a little bit of them, a little bit of comedy, and we jump back over to Mashiba, who was getting off of work, and immediately after getting off of work, just went straight to the gym, right in the gym and is working. And his coach was like, he pretty much has gotten rid of the recklessness, like he's cleaning everything up, like he's really like leveling up pretty much as a fighter all around. And upon him getting home, he's like the only person at home, and he's seeing in this darkness, he sees like this kind of shadow version of himself, almost like this monster. And we get a flashback to back when the Mashiba parents were both still alive, and they were saying like, what kind of example are you going to say? You're supposed to be her older brother, X, Y, and Z, kind of getting a little bit more into the origins of Mashiba and his sister. And Mashiba's like trying to walk home, and some guys are like messing with him, and they start jumping him, and he's like internally trying to keep what apparently has been that other side of him out. You know what I'm saying? Like the version of him that we saw fight Samawara. You know what I'm saying? Like we kind of are starting to see the origins of kind of the darker side of Mashiba, what made him like this. So hopefully that's kind of a little bit more of what we get in the next chapter. But I thought this was cool. You're always going to win when you do anything with Mashiba with me. So I don't have anything really else to add on that. I'm going to pass that to TJ.
Thank you. My first thought is, how the hell is this chapter called Shall We Go to the Ocean? Nah, the first half was a lie, bro. It should be called Shall We Drown in the Depths of Mashiba's Sadness? That's what the chapter should have been called, because apparently that's what we're about to do. If anyone has read Tokyo Revengers, this looks exactly like Mikey's dark tendencies. I think this is what Khalil Roundtree Jr. saw when he was fighting Carl Roberson. If y'all ever listened to that combat episode, or maybe it was still when we were combining the two, you know so that angry, Matt and I went at length. Like it's still kind of like a running joke on the podcast how bad that meeting was, bro.
I'm so mad. Nigga was so angry.
Why? Somebody give Mashiba a promo code for BetterHelp.com, because clearly our boy needs therapy. That being said, I think we're seeing this now Because think about what's looming in the horizon for him. His title fight against the alleged human, Marcus Rosario. But we know that Marcus Rosario is on dirt, right? We know this about him. Literally, our first scene, him interacting with his manager, he tries to shoot his manager, bro. No, he tries to shoot a squirrel or a dog because it's making too much noise, right?
And then shoots a poster.
Like, I feel like the poster just happened to be there and it worked out, but I also feel like he was trying to kill his manager. Rosario, we know for a fact he's probably going to do something that's going to make that inner demon of Mashiba's resurge. We saw it happen in his last fight against Garcia, right? Where the demon was trying to come out. Because remember, it was trying to tell him to play dirty and he shut it down mid-fight. He reined it in. I don't think he'll have, well, I should say, I think rather he'll have more difficulty doing that against, again, the alleged human that is Marcus Rosario. That's why I think we're diving into this flashback now, because even with Ippo, we don't get anything random. Everything that Morikawa shows us has a purpose to a certain degree, right? So I'd imagine that we're going to see that inner demon of Mashiba's make a resurgence for sure. That's all I thought. I thought it was quite the tone change mid chapter, but I'm excited to see like a little more of Mashiba's past. That's all I had.
All right, well then, what we got up next?
Sakamoto Days, Yuto Suzuki. We're going into chapter.
Oh,
I know. Hey, spoiler alert! This was my favorite chapter this week. It was a tie between this and another series, but we'll get into that when we get into that. But this is chapter 129, titled Reunion. Where did we leave off? Guess who just popped up in Thailand? Akira and her filmer.
Tony
How would
Ja.
how would I summarize this? Bro, no way. Let me get into the review. I don't know where to begin. That was my first note. You know what? Slur's crew would fit right in with Prince and the Revolution. I know you guys saw that color page. I know you did. Don't tell me that doesn't look like Prince and the Revolution. Don't tell me they wouldn't challenge Charlie Murphy's crew to a game of basketball, bro.
Oh, yeah.
The chapter unfolded kind of how I thought it would, with some Godzilla big head action. Kind of goody showing once again that he only cares about his movie. I didn't know Leon and Akira were as close as they were, because Akira was like, hey, she was my parent, she was my sibling, she was my everything. You took her away from me, you son of a bitch, right? In the few flashbacks we've had of Akira's home life, I don't know if you all remember this back during the Force of Death arc, which Matt so affectionately dubbed, right? And I agree with it. The picture painted of Akira's home life was that of somewhat of a Cinderella pre-fairy godmother, where she was just getting stomped on by the whole family and the stepsisters, this, that, and the third, right? She was looked down upon in the family, and it looked like she was just relegated to seamstress duties. Like that one dude whose face was obscured was like, hey, can you patch that jacket up for me right quick? This is what you should be doing, Akira. Don't worry about this assassin life. This is what you all about right here. I didn't know Leon was all she had. Something about Akira calling Sakamoto Taro, his first name, when she sees him without a Mr. prepended to that seems hella disrespectful. It could also be because I'm Black and we're always taught to, like, you know, just be respectful with everyone who's an adult. And I know that's also a big part of Japanese culture too, right? But maybe it was another way to show her resolve in that she discarded everything that resembles kindness or that could pull her away from her mission, which is at this point to avenge the death of her dear aunt, Rion. I think Shin is going to fuck Kashima all the way up, because that power glove was already at full power, and I wouldn't be surprised if he hooked it up to a car battery to ensure that he would finish the job. Hey, think about what Kashima did to Shin when he was a kid, bro. Held him captive and experimented on him. He didn't get those like psychic powers out of nowhere, and they did that to him. I'm through filming a fatty kind of goody finna get canceled, but we're all about that body positivity now. I don't know where you come with this line, dog. You finna get canceled.
Hollywood, baby.
Movie finna tank at the box office. Things that I did not have on my bingo card, to borrow a phrase from Matt. Sakamoto did not prevent Akira from stabbing Slur, not for lack of trying. He was just too slow, right? When kind of goody went crazy, he's like, damn. Which is also crazy to think. Sakamoto being slow. That just tells you how fast the speed these niggas were going, right? Leon and Uzuki being in the same fucking body. Listen, I have my theories, but this was not one of them. Because I'll get into something else in a little bit, but Sheen did a quick mental scan of them, but yeah, it looks like Leon is in there. Her roasting Sakamoto on site is definitely proof. I had a theory about what if she's pulling the strings all along. Next week better be a fucking flashback to that time, to like right before the time skip or right after the time skip when young Sakamoto and Uzuki had their confrontation in front of what appeared to be Leon's dead body. Because how the fuck did we wind up here? We let Yuto Suzuki cook. He presented us a meal, then flipped the goddamn table. My question is this: is this the only personality in there? Because it felt like there was another personality even when we saw the young Sakamoto gang highlight reel arc, right? It felt like there was another personality in there, at least to me. Is this like the movie Split? Shout out to the Unbreakable series.
Oh wow.
You know. Where's my anime announcement? And I'm hyped for next week. I'm gonna pass it over to Bryce because we haven't heard from Bryce in a minute. Go ahead, Bryce.
Woo! Woo! Let me tell you something about this chapter. This shit had me rolling. I'm talking on the floor, just rolling like a pig. I was on 10.
Yeah,
like
I get
TJ said. We was talking about how she fits into this whole situation. We've been talking about this split personality, and lo and behold, she's one of the goddamn personalities. What? And it's just great, honestly. And it's not too crazy of an idea because we're starting to see people with like these crazy abilities. Shin has telekinesis. Of this person with like these magnetic abilities, you know, so it's not super crazy that somehow maybe she ends up in Slur's head. You know, maybe Slur has the ability to download people's minds or something into him, because we know he's a part of this like orphanage and we don't know shit about this orphanage.
that's where I'm hoping that flashback's gonna touch on, bro.
Yeah, so holy shit. This shit was crazy. Y'all was right. This is definitely bogus. Like they came for Sakamoto this whole time, bro. The last panel of Sakamoto was just him holding his belly. Like y'all really did have to come for my stomach, man. I'm older now. I got a child. This is daddy. This is dad bod. I don't kill people no more. But yeah, this was excellent. This was excellent. This is a chef's kiss. I'd French the chef if possible, but I'm gonna just pass it on to
Matt. Right.
I didn't even want it. I don't.
You got mad at a loss for words, bro.
I couldn't have been past the mic in no other situation. Yo, this shit to steal one from Bryce. This shit turned left.
Yeah,
because that's insane. It's like, oh yeah, I'm also a cow, huh? Also, can't wait to see what these motherfuckers gonna be able to do now that the tuning exams is over. This they first like real. You feel me? This they first little real you did. This they first little real squabble. This they first scrum.
Yeah.
You know, since they all kind of get their little level up. So
drop off too.
Yeah, you're right. But you know, just with that, I'm very curious to see how, you know, how this is gonna play out. I'm also curious, what is the trigger for the personality shifts?
Good point.
Apparently, it's stabbing.
Right, violence.
Okay, all jokes aside, I wouldn't put self-harm past it, but go on.
Yeah, violence, self-harm, something like that. You're right. I could actually see that. But yeah, I think my biggest ask out of this whole thing is in like, what is the trigger? How does he gain these personalities? What's the true one, right? Like, what is his what's the real him, and like what caused him to adopt the other ones. Like I know we went over that a little bit, right?
Yeah, yeah,
But I'm saying, okay, like, okay, so then how did he acquire a cow's personality? Because that doesn't make sense. Like, and I don't even necessarily mean that in like a bad way. I'm saying like what caused him to adopt her personality
right,
to the degree that he adopted it as well, you know?
right.
So, but that's pretty much all I got on it. I'll pass it. What we got next?
It's on you, Bryce. What you finna do?
What we got next? Let's since we already left, let's go to the house on the left. Let's go to
Oh shit.
Chainsaw Man. Let's do that. Okay. Um, you know, Chainsaw Man is gonna Chainsaw Man. And frankly speaking, the scary part about it is that this shit just keeps going to a point where you just gotta roll with it. You can't really predict what the hell's gonna happen. Um, let's pick this up. So we got Chainsaw Man chapter 137. Take it at we gonna continue on with what happened last chapter. I'm gonna chill out, y'all. I promise. Um, you know, little bit of action in the movie theater, and we still don't know how we still don't. I don't know the name of this random freaky high schooler, so we just gonna call her freaky high school student.
That's fair.
Freaky high school student asked Denji to lick the devil, the dead devil in the movie theater. And for a second, we thinking we're seeing some growth out of Denji. Like he's thinking about it. He says, you know what? I'm matured, and he doesn't want to do like mindless shit for the sake of just some loving. Um his quote, look,
I
I've
never
matured.
did things just to do them.
He don't do shit just to do it. And then lo and behold, we turn the page, and he said all of this in his mind while he is licking one of the dead devil's tentacles. Um, at least he's thinking about it. It's oh god, I forgot just how grotesque this gets. He's going in on this goddamn tentacle, and this chick's laughing. I promise y'all, I'm trying not to say nothing crazy. They
Try
go
harder.
to a karaoke bar, and this is like Denji's thinking maybe he's gonna get some action. He definitely does get some action, just not in the way he wanted.
Mm-mm.
Freaky high school student starts singing. I don't even want to call it singing. She's just like screaming random words. And then Denji's going
Incantation.
along with it. And then next thing you know, there's just a bunch of people just coming in to the karaoke room with just weapons trying to attack Denji. Um and this basically just turns into um old boy. He's just ends up fighting these dudes in this room and in this hallway, fighting for his life. He's not going into his devil form. He's just beating ass. And so, after he beats everybody's ass, now he has to fight a freaky high school student. And that's the end of the chapter. I don't know what kind of devil she is. Um, we've been talking about it with our guesses. I still don't know. Um, and I'm gonna just leave it at that. I'm trying my hardest not to say something crazy, so I'm gonna just pass it to Matt.
Um, I really enjoyed the hallway fight. I enjoyed seeing Chainsaw Man just completely Chainsaw Man. And if you read it, that makes sense. Um, Seeing like I was definitely wondering where this shit was gonna go once they went to karaoke and was like, well, here it is, because shit was just going too right. And like him imagining standing up for himself was hilarious because I was like, man, good for Denji, man. Like I
Good
was
for
like,
Disney, right?
good for him. He gonna probably do this shit anyway. But you know what? At least he's speaking up. And then I was like, oh no, he never went against it. And I was like, what did I expect? Like Denji being who we've known him to be, what did I expect? So overall, So the agreement is that he won't turn into the Chainsaw Man anymore, right? Not that he can't. It's just that he won't do it. Am I tweaking? Am I correct?
No,
That's
you're correct.
correct. He won't.
Yeah. So seeing Denji kind of go back a little bit to his roots of like being a devil hunter, where we see him initially. I thought that was a pretty fun experience. It was cool to see Denji in that environment again. Um, I'm also just curious, like, okay, what is the devil that this girl is? Um, and damn, man, Poe Denji thought he was about to get some action. He got some action, all right, just not what he
That's
bargained
right.
for.
Yep.
Not what he wanted. Not the action he was looking for. But hey, we'll see what happens, man. We will see. What we got up next? Jujutsu Kaisen? No, I'm just
Hey,
playing.
I had thought
I'm
this week.
just playing, TJ. We're
I'll
gonna
reach through
pass
the
the
internet.
mic to TJ.
About to reach through the internet anyway. Last week I thought I talked about how this character was giving me red flags. Well, here we are. Denji had us in the first half, not gonna lie, right? And then he remembered what Denji stands for, doing everything necessary to justify intercourse, right? I was shocked. Denji with dignity? Nah, I had to double check and see who the author was because clearly it wasn't Fujimoto. Then I turned the page and breathed a sigh of relief, which is an odd thing to say about Fujimoto, right? This girl definitely has to be some type of devil, an anarchy devil, perhaps. The way she summoned a whole gang of dudes ready to beat the living shit out of Denji in that karaoke hall was crazy. This definitely gave, like Bryce and Matt were saying, some homages to, or homages really, to hallway fight scenes a la Daredevil, Kill Bill, Old Boy, The Raid 2, shout out Hammer Dude, or no, I should say Hammer Girl and Baseball Dude.
Oh, they were so cool.
That was insane. I think they're about to fight next week, but I also don't know what to expect. But once again, I think it's interesting that in what appears to be the next arc in this series, as of the second half, Asa is now in the background while Denji has taken to the foreground. But yeah, those are my thoughts. Oh, it's me. Jujutsu Kaisen's up next, right? So it's like, wait, I forgot. Like, who's doing this? Jujutsu Kaisen, Gegao Katami. We're at chapter 230. This is titled Inhuman Makyo Shinjuku Showdown Part 8. Where we last leave off, Sukuna just summoned War Greymon. How would I summarize this?
Hilarious.
Did both of these dudes have a stroke mid-battle and then decide to brush it off like it was nothing? Because that's insane. You'll understand if you haven't read the chapter, which I'm assuming you have if you're listening to this podcast. If you haven't, you'll understand in a second. If you don't care about spoilers, because that's your nature way. But if I were to review it, first of all, what a tease with Mahoraga last chapter. I thought the incarnate version of Black Air Force Ones in Shikigami form was out here about to like tear Gojo a new one this chapter. That was not the case. It turns out Sukuna was just taking advantage of its infinite adaptability and then having sunken place Megumi bear the brunt of most of Gojo's attacks, which I was like, I feel like they explained it, but they didn't really explain it well. It's still very magical, if that makes sense. Like, how is he getting Megumi to absorb the attacks when Megumi is not physically there? It's Megumi's soul is trapped anyway. I'm not going to
JJK math.
Yeah. That I mean, if you understand the JJK math rules, I guess it's mathing. I'm pretty sure the constant rewriting of their domains and then them healing their burnt out cursed energy without actually healing their brains is what gave them the strokes. Plus, I think they explained that in the chapter. Well, they didn't call them outright strokes, but it's like, listen, bro, like, listen, bleeding from the nose, like, why was Sukuna's reaction way more intense though? Like, Gojo, he bled out his nose, and Yuta was the one who spotted the nosebleed a couple of chapters ago, right? But when Sukuna experienced it, he was bleeding out of his nose and his eyes. Well, one of the pairs of his eyes, right? Let's say, flash forward, Megumi gets control of his body back. Will he be able to live the same? Because they're talking about how like the jujutsu, the curse side is located in one of the cortexes in the brain. And I'm like, how is that going to affect them after this battle is over? What does their future look like? I don't think Megumi's going to be able to live well, or they're going to like plot armor it or something like that. I don't know. But I'm also thinking what happens to Gojo, because now they're just like, doing taijutsu or whatever, but his brain also got affected. I'm kind of upset that Gege Akutami is saying that that was the conclusion of round one, because I'm like, what? How is this just round one? They feel like they had 18 different rounds, and you tell me, oh, no, that was just a warm up. Excuse me, this was just them. This is the download phase. No,
Yeah,
and
testing the
then
waters.
and then that whole my students are watching. Feels like red flag to me. I don't think Gojo makes it out of this. I know I'm sounding like I don't know what I'm talking about, but I just don't think Gojo makes. There's too many loose ends for this to wrap up neatly with a Gojo victory. That's all I'm going to say. I'm pass it
I
over to
agree.
Matt.
No, I totally agree. I feel like, and I hate saying this, but I feel like the longer the chapter goes, the more I feel that way. Like the longer I'm reading it, I feel like we're putting off the inevitable that something bad is going to happen. Um, I don't know, the Maharaga thing, and like that it was able to adapt, and I was healing my curse technique at the same time. Like, this shit was making my brain hurt, man. But I mean, it made sense. It just was a lot. And I was like, yo, there's just so much going on here. But ultimately, this has just been another good ass chapter, man. I mean, Jujutsu Kaisen is always delivering. Um, like really consistently, I feel like Jujutsu Kaisen delivers. And I don't know, this whole fight has just been like, this has probably been the one fight I feel like in the series that I've been like on edge about the whole time. Like the anxiety this fight gives me is like, can y'all just end this, please? Like I have had enough. Like either kill Gojo and let me accept that and move forward, or like don't and we can figure something out. And then the last thing is the image of Sukuna, and it is actually all his eyes, with all the eyes bleeding from that manga Q Sharingan shit. Nope, didn't need to see that. It's like subtle. It makes me subtly uncomfortable. So, but that's where I'm at with it. I'm gonna pass it to Bryce.
All right. I just want to rebuttal one thing y'all said about like the math of this. This ain't math. This is fucking alchemy. This is quantum physics. This is just some shit. Um, it wasn't Gojo that got a nosebleed. It wasn't Sakuna that got the nosebleed. It was Gigi Aku fucking Tommy that got the goddamn nosebleed. He is hurting himself right in this super crazy, complicated ass magician fight. And he said, yo, I'm gonna
Super
die if I keep doing
complicated
this.
ass magician fight.
I'm gonna die if I keep doing this. We just gonna go to the hands. I'm just gonna make it so these niggas can't do this shit no more. So, um, yes, it was a great chapter. Somehow Megumi's gonna be even more traumatized than he already is. Um, which is sad, really is. But shit, I'm ready for this shit to be over. I hope somebody dies next chapter. I need that. I need it. This is
Damn.
too much. This is too damn much.
We need a break, TJ.
We need a break. We need a break.
TJ, like I don't write the series, so at any rate,
Like I'll read my hero for 2 chapters if you tell me.
we
I'll
not
read
even finna breathe. We not bringing that bullshit up.
What did I
I'll
just
read
stumble
the rest of
upon?
my hero if you tell me that this fight will end next chapter. I will read it. I will marathon that bitch. Just give me the end of this fight. Shit.
What we were ultimately saying, TJ, was we both have reached a point where the amount of anxiety and pressure that is coming from this fight makes it where we both want this to just end.
And it's not even
GG.
on something. It's bad. It's just like stressful. I get
Yeah,
it.
like I
I
literally
get
was
it.
saying, it was like just either kill him this next chapter and let's just get this over with so I can deal with it or go the other way, but let's just move on.
You know what this reminds me of now that you guys put it that way? You guys ever seen The Revenant with Leo DiCaprio where he plays that like in the trailer they showed the bear fight. This feels like, hey bro, like just die. I don't it's not that I want you to lose. I just don't want you to be in pain no more. like
Yeah,
that's what it feels like. But no, I agree. Jujutsu Kaisen is stressful. Shit, with that, any other thoughts, guys? Or can we talk about our favorite chapters?
I'm down for favorite chapter.
Yeah,
Let's do it. Who got first? Bryce?
Yeah, I was gonna say pass it to Bryce.
You know what? I think I'm going to say Dan to Dan. I have to say Dan to Dan, actually.
Fuck you, Russ.
No. Ain't no
Animosity.
fuck me. All right, you got a real nigga hero in motherfucking.
I'm not acknowledging that genre of character. I'm just not
going to
going
acknowledge the genre when it should be acknowledged when it exists. When it exists, Matt. When it exists.
Real heroes exist. You can just call him
There's
a real hero,
heroes,
but he's
there's
not a real
niggas,
hero.
They're real nigga heroes. How come it can't be a real nigga hero?
Because real heroes don't do it for any type of recognition, bro. He's trying to save people to save them. Bro is trying to get on. There's nothing pure about what he's doing. What
so
do you mean? So
the point
what?
is that the day is
so
saved.
What?
The day is saved. God damn it. And you know why?
We don't know that for
I have zero context, but I think Matt's probably right.
No, he's not right. He's not right.
I spent enough time with you, bro. I said, if you're going so what, that means that character did some foul.
Nah, he did everything right.
Hey, you're digging yourself further and further away.
Hey, is he not needed in this time? And
Flag
is he not needed
one.
right now?
Flag number one.
Whether he's needed right now or not, I'm just saying, Bryce, he cannot be a hero with them impure ass intentions.
Flag number two.
Yeah, bro, listen, nobody perfect. But what is he doing?
Flag number three.
Hey, look, nobody perfect. Like, whoa.
Man, I said what I said.
All right, go ahead. I'm 100. Hey, I mean, it's your feeling.
TJ, you said yours was Sakamoto Days, right?
It was tied with Sakamoto Days and this new series that started on Shonen Jump. And I feel like there are certain series like Dan to Dan, Chainsaw Man. What was it? What was that one where the dude was like merged with the snake god?
Yeah, I know
you remember? But it's like where they don't release them on the weekends; they release them during the week because I think it's not geared for the kids. But this new series called Wild Strawberry, which we've talked about before, it's kind of like Last of Us, kind of like zombie apocalypse shit. But oddly enough, there's some Chainsaw Man-ish elements to it, not on the goofy / whoa tip or the ayo tip, but if you read it, you'll know what I'm talking about. But the chapter they released this week was insane. I'll just leave it at that. But yeah, I'm tied between Sakamoto Days and Wild Strawberry. I'm gonna pass it over to Matt.
It's tough. I would say this week, I'm gonna go Jujutsu Kaisen this week.
That's fair. It's pretty solid.
Yeah, Jujutsu Kaisen, I think this week overall was my favorite just because like it's Dan and Dan was a very close second, but this was I at least got some of the answer in Dan and Dan, and Bryce knows what I mean. Like I'm still sitting on the edge of my seat for this Gojo and Sukuna fight. Like no other shoe has dropped. Apparently, no shoe has fallen. Like, oh man, yeah, I'm just so heavily invested. Like, God, what is gonna happen? Like, can somebody just win? Like, I'm tired of watching this. Like, this needs to end. So, because it's making me feel like that, I'm going with Jujutsu Kaisen.
That's fair.
That's fair.
All right. With that, y'all, let's go on to the topic of the week. Bryce?
Yeah.
We can definitely tell whose topic this was, right?
Yeah. Gotta show some love to the pretty niggas sometimes.
Hey, yo.
That's crazy. All right, y'all ready for this Mount Rushmore?
Let's do it.
Yeah.
All right.
There's a definite lack of enthusiasm in 1/3 of our trio.
Yeah.
Two.
I'm just trying to get ready for what Bryce is about to bring to this table, man.
I didn't go crazy with this list. I actually I feel pretty confident in it.
That's what's
Okay.
scary. But go on.
It's there's factors involved,
Let's
and
do
I
it.
Okay.
can explain it. Okay.
Okay.
Number one, Dio.
Who?
Ooh, that's a good one, Dio.
Oh, you bastard.
Dio is a pretty nigga.
Mm-hmm.
And he's also the prettiest, pettiest nigga of all anime.
I feel like before you go on, Bryce, I feel like we're gonna see like a Venn diagram that's a damn near circle with pretty and also evil. But go on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is the trope, right?
It's the diet. It's
You gotta say diaphragm. But
I caught it. But I caught it. But I caught it. But I caught it. But I caught it. Hey, I caught it.
You did.
Diagram
That shit was funny though.
of pretty, petty, real, and evil. It's a combination of all of those. So Dio, of course, he's a curse on an entire bloodline. He cooked a dog. He
Damn.
Frenched his he
that was like the
Frenched
first chapter. Yeah.
his homie's first love. He ain't even his
Huh?
home, his half brother. What else did Dio do? He tried to kill the man that like saved his whole life.
You tried
And
to
he
kill that
pissed on
nigga's
his
dad.
Nigga trying
And
to
he
kill my
pissed on his
father.
father's grave. Oh well, he killed his dad, then he pissed on his grave. So yeah,
His father did deserve that though, to be honest.
he did deserve it. He definitely did. But nonetheless, Dio was on this list. Disrespectfully, my number 2 is Griffith. This nigga's entire world is trying to just be a pretty nigga hero. And he's not. He's a pretty villain.
Wait, Bryce, wait. So now there's pretty nigga heroes as well.
There's pretty nigga heroes, yes.
No, bro, I'm not finna. You not finna just keep,
bro.
nah,
It's
bro.
it's a whole thing.
Matt,
And I
it's his
need you to
topic.
respect
It is his topic. It's okay.
It's all branching off of Real Hero Medio Togata though, and I'm just feeling like, all right,
hey, to be fair,
heroism is inclusion. You right.
To be fair,
Are there real heroes?
To
Are
be
there
fair,
real
the
heroes?
topic of the week just said pretty nigga Mount Rushmore, did not specify hero or villain. We just also acknowledged that Venn diagram between pretty and villainy is damn near a circle. But the
Bryce
topic
just be
itself,
adding circles to the Venn diagram. Though. That's all I'm saying.
The topic itself just said pretty nigga Mount Rushmore.
My number 2, disrespectfully, is Griffith. We all know why. He's just a pretty nigga. His whole honestly,
Mickey Free is not a girl.
hot take.
God.
The only reason why Griffith got to where he was is because he's a pretty nigga. That's all niggas care about with Griffith.
I'm gonna be honest with you, like even storyline that's Bryce. That literally that was a story as
honestly facts. Yeah.
Damn.
Like we don't have to get into it, but that was
you know what I'm talking about, right? TJ?
Yes. Yes. I know exactly what you are referring to. Like that's quite literally advanced the career of the Band of the Hawk. He had to make some sacrifices.
Somebody got to do it, bro.
He quite literally took one for the team. Yeah.
My number 3 is Kurama from Yu Yu Hakusho.
Oh yeah.
That's a classic. Rose, always pretty, and then he got a transformation. He got a pretty nigga transformation. Not a lot of pretty niggas got that. To this day. And that has to be acknowledged. And my last one is one of my favorite pretty niggas of all time, Mr. Two Bond Clay. Because not only is he a pretty nigga, he is the realest pretty nigga of all time. Because there are a lot of motherfuckers that'll do something for you. There's not many motherfuckers that'll go to jail for you, and then, well, I'm gonna just keep it there. I'm gonna just keep it there. So yeah, that's my list. I'm I'm actually gonna pass it to TJ because
I will say Griffith,
Okay.
First ballot Hall of Fame.
Yeah,
Oddly
I
enough,
was gonna fuck y'all up. Go ahead.
OG, because I wasn't distinguishing between hero, but I was just gonna be like, all right, who do the same sex or opposite sex characters fawn over in quite a few of these series? Trunks.
Oh,
Let's be
that's a
real.
good one.
He almost had a Back to the Future moment with his mom. Let's keep it 100. If you know, you know.
I ain't gonna hold you. I've always, just me personally, I've always tied that to Bulma being so superficial. This, of
Right.
course, Bulma would think something that looks like her is attractive.
Yeah.
Not to
Yamcha.
mention,
Oh, my bad. Go ahead.
oh yeah, I was just gonna say, not to mention, Trunks is the only nigga that bows before throwing an attack at you.
Wait, say
Y'all
that
know
again?
yeah, Vogues before he throws an attack at you. The burning
When
attack.
he did
Oh,
the hand, when he threw up the
No,
gang
he said it.
signs.
The burning attack. Yeah, when he throw up
Yeah.
his set,
He threw up his
he started throwing up. This the real capsule court.
Technically speaking, Yamcha too, before he got his scars, he was that dude.
was.
Then I'll say Baki, technically. If
Baki?
he,
Hey, you
hear me
ain't get.
out.
He got the mold, bro.
If he doesn't like, if he's not naked, they can't see his scars. His face is pretty much like he's got like the
He looks like
I'm
a
sure he's
child.
yeah, he looks like a child. He's got a look that a lot of women I feel like would like, right? So well, I shouldn't say women, I'd say that a lot of people same sex, opposite sex would like, right?
Well,
I'd
like
say
Baki.
OG Tuxedo Mask from Sailor Moon.
You
He was
know,
that
I
Ooh,
had
dude.
considered that, but
He was
I
that
didn't
dude.
he's
throw.
pretty.
I didn't throw him in there.
He was
I
that dude.
considered that he was a
Yeah,
creep though. That's why I ain't put him on the list. I'm gonna
that's
keep it a
fair.
bean.
That's fair. That's fair.
He's a creep.
He mad old, Bryce. That's all I'm gonna say.
Okay.
I didn't. I listen. I was just going off the top. I didn't dig into it.
I respect it. I
All right,
respect it.
because like Matt, you always be pulling that. I was like, I didn't even know, and I always had to feel bad. I'll just leave it at what was it, Rurouni Kenshin. Once Matt brought to light allegations, I'm gonna leave that shit alone. Anyway, so what I said Baki, Trunks, Yamcha, Griffith, Tuxedo Mask, Ichigo's homie, his classmate, the dude who was like shorter than him and Kengo. I think Mizuhito Kojima. I had to look it up because I had forgotten his name. But apparently he's that dude with older ladies. Like there was that one. It was either episode or I read it. It was a chapter of Bleach where he's like, "Yeah, I went on a trip with all these older women," and he left it at that. And I was like, "Huh."
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. The homie with the short hair. He gave him the short
Yes,
black hair. Yeah.
yes. He's a menace.
Yeah.
He's a menace. A My Mask, Sweet Mask from One Punch Man. He is quite literally on dirt. And he's probably the most ruthless. He might be the Homelander of the One Punch Man, just not as powerful as Saitama, but just in terms of evil intentions. I'll say from Black Clover, but he just doesn't care about it. Like he's similar to Sasuke in that I didn't include Sasuke on this list. But he's similar to Sasuke in that he's aware that the women fawn over him, but he doesn't care about it. Honorable mention on that same tangent would probably be Rukawa Kaede from Slam Dunk. He's basically he's based off of Michael Jordan, right, in the series, but like all the chicks fawn over him at his school, other schools, they constantly fawn over him. He doesn't care. He's all about getting results.
It's all about the ball, bro. Ball is life to this nigga, Bryce.
Quite literally.
No,
Quite
Bryce,
literally.
you don't
Like,
understand. First of all, like I'm sorry, not to take over real quick.
go ahead, bro. It's
You know
gonna
when
be your
they
turn
say
anyway.
women want them, men want to be them. Like it's that for real, bro.
Yeah,
He be torching the whole team.
yeah.
Like they'll be like, no, we made an adjustment. He was like, cool, fade
That's
away. Like,
crazy.
what the fuck?
That's crazy. You thought that would work. Yeah.
Like, yeah, we got him trapped with this double team. Then he do some stupid ass crossover, and you beating headbutted your teammate and shit.
Yeah.
So it's pretty Kobe, pretty much.
Like a Kobe, Iverson, honestly, just pretty Jordan. It's pretty Jordan. Yeah.
Pretty Jordan.
I was gonna be like a Kobe, Iverson, but Jordan kind of sums it up. But yeah, with that, Matt, please take it away.
Right. Well, I had a bit of a
Why'd your
longer list.
enthusiasm dip again, bro?
No.
Well,
I had a bit of a longer list, but y'all we kind of Venn diagrammed a little too crazy, so I'm
it's
not gonna
okay,
repeat some
bro.
of them.
No, repeat
It's
them. I
straight.
want to hear them. Repeat them. Just repeat
I'm
them.
going
Let's
from the
go.
top. Whoa, hey yo. Get off
Why
me.
you do it
I'm
to
feeling accused
yourself?
right now. What's going on? I thought this was a safe space. What the fuck?
Yeah, it's the fact that you're just getting it out of the way first. Like, all right, just go.
So the first one I got, I'm throwing curveballs at niggas out the gate. The Yakuya.
Oh,
Mm.
okay.
Oh, that you know
That's
what?
a pretty
Yeah,
nigga. Hey, that's a lot of cherry blossoms.
This
yeah.
nigga coming through with the cherry blossoms, really letting niggas see
You
beauty
know
one
what?
last time. That's a razor. That's crazy. You
You know
like that, huh? That's
what?
pretty. You're dead. Um, Next one I'm gonna throw out there. Another curveball I'm throwing at niggas. Haku.
I thought about
Oh, yeah,
Haku
I was
too.
thinking of
Sorry, I
Haku
didn't mean to
too.
get loud. I didn't mean to get loud, but I thought about
No, it's
Haku
cool.
too. Yeah.
Hey, I'm seeing elemental pretty niggas. I like this.
I'm seeing elemental
What?
pretty niggas. I like this.
I like it.
What?
Hey,
Seeing
we get
elemental pretty niggas. I like this.
That was on top.
Yeah.
That was pure joy. It was pure excitement. That's what he meant that shit.
Dude, I'm
Hey.
crying. I'm actually crying. Hold on.
Hey, they got themes, man.
Oh my god.
One got cherry blossoms, one got ice, one got snow. Let's go.
Oh
Another
my
one I
God.
got in there. I'm crossing over with Bryce. I had Karama.
We got plants now. Okay. We still on brand.
Next one I had. I don't know how Bryce gonna feel about this one. But I know what the streets was saying. We got Shishomaru.
Inuyasha's older brother. Yeah.
Oh
Hey,
yeah, the
hey,
nigga
that
got the
man
moon
never
in his
walked around
forehead.
without a fire.
True.
You're right. He
Ladies do
never.
love moons.
He's never seen without it. Last two, I'm gonna go a little more semi-contemporary. Really, last three, I'm gonna go semi-contemporary. I had Shogo from Psychopaths, season 1.
Okay.
I had Gojo from Jujutsu Kaisen
Oh,
because
that's true. Yeah.
once
Why
he
did I
upped the
think
Michael
of the
Ealy's
same-
on niggas, they put him in a different
Michael
category.
Ealy's? Why did I know exactly what you
It was a whole different game. You feel me?
Michael Ealy's, bro. That's a called 6 Eyes, the Michael Ealy's.
Hey, you think in his domain, you just hear Prince music playing in the background
With doves cry.
with doves cry.
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
Domain expansion under the cherry moon.
He got attacked, computer blue.
Oh my goodness.
And last but not least, we got we got a new entrant, a sinister pretty nigga. We got Shadiq Zanelli from Witch.
From Witch from Mercury. Right. Yeah.
Shadiq always with the head down, his face, always got the chest
and
out.
he's light skinned too.
Come on.
And the loafers. Don't forget the loafers.
And he's got a harem. He technically
Come
speaking
on,
has a harem.
bro. This is what I'm talking about.
Yeah, that's true.
Damn.
Oh, I got one more honorable mention for you guys. And I think you'll agree, and it's kind of like on the Griffith tip. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
Knives.
Yeah, Knives is a good one.
Yeah.
Knives was a good one. That's a real good one. I ain't put Griffith on that because I just didn't want to get him that love, but
no, I understand.
The truth is the truth.
There's no love.
Right.
There's no love with him on my list. I told you why he's on the list.
No, I feel you.
All right.
Oh man.
This
What a ride.
This is a wild topic, but in the best way possible. I feel like we always laugh during the topic of the week, but I feel like we haven't had a laugh like this in a minute. I not expected from this topic. Elemental pretty niggas and Michael Ealy's took me out.
Elemental pretty niggas is funny. We got elemental pretty niggas. I like it.
Oh man.
Yeah, I was invested. I was never not invested on the topic, y'all. I just want that to be known.
Yeah. Pretty
Um,
niggas need a shout out too.
They do. Anything else, y'all?
I got nothing else.
I got that.
All right. Well, thank y'all for checking out another episode of the Now Mind You podcast. Next week, what you guys can expect from us, a little bit. I think we still pretty much got another mixed bag. It won't be as full as usual, but we'll be able to get some things in. We will have Kaiju number 8.
Yep.
We will fortunately have another week off from My Hero, I believe.
Fortunately.
Oh wait, no, I'm incorrect. We are gonna get My Hero.
Fuck.
Yeah. It's only because it was real. I'm mad as hell. We got Jujutsu Kaisen, Kaiju number 8, My Hero Academia. We also got Sakamoto, Chainsaw. Yeah, we got everything next week with the exception of Dragon Ball Super, so it's gonna be pretty full.
Right.
And our topic of the week next week is what are our top 5 mangaka pet peeves?
That's gonna be a good one.
Yeah, that's gonna be a fun one. I believe.
Again, Matsumoto's gonna be on there like 8 fucking times.
You already know what time it is.
Go on.
You guys can follow us all on social media. You can follow me at Matt Hambrick. That's MATTHAMBRIC, wherever you'd like to get your social media. TJ.
Y'all can find me on Instagram at Tuss4Skate. That's TUSS4_SKATE. Bryce, where can they find you?
Find me on Instagram at Akshay_Onsa. That's AXE_ONCA Bay. And where can they find us?
Find us at Now Mind You Podcast, wherever you'd like to get your social media and wherever you'd like to get your podcast. We're on all platforms. We're even on YouTube now as well. So come on and get down with us. We will see you guys next week, or we see you guys over in the combat episode. Either way it goes.
Violence to talk about.
Be safe. Peace out.
Peace.
All right, blip out, blip back in.
Yeah.
All right. See you guys in like 2 seconds.
Yeah.